Check, check. There we go. Good morning, Flivver Nation. Thank you to Mr. Rose and the KHS Concert Band. Please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats. And active duty and previous service members render the appropriate salute as we join together in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Once again, good morning, Flivver Nation. I'm Aaron Yonke, Superintendent of Reading Township Schools. It is with pride and joy that I stand before you today. On behalf of the Reading Township Schools Board of Education, administration, faculty, and staff, I am deeply honored to welcome you to the 101st commencement of Kingsford High School and our outdoor ceremony. We are here to celebrate one of those rare transformational moments in life that all of us will recall years from now. Graduates, I do have a few words for you. The pioneering spirit of innovation and hard work from the giants that helped build this community, like Henry Ford and Edward Kingsford, defines our history and continues to shape our community today. Graduates, you have spent years within these school walls, honing your minds, developing your talents, and forming bonds that will last a lifetime. Throughout this journey, you've had the privilege of many lifelong Flivvers cheering you along at nearly every event of your life. We see that enduring spirit in people like Mr. Gene Farrington, a World War II veteran and 1944 Flivver graduate who was honored earlier this year in the second class of the Reading Township Schools Achievement Hall of Fame. Mr. Farrington served this community well in various capacities as a Reading Township Schools Board member and athletic club booster member as well. We also see it in our retiring staff members this year, who I'd like to take a moment to recognize. Mrs. Michelle Kleikamp, Reading Township Schools Executive Secretary, Mrs. Elizabeth Early, Woodland Secretary, Mrs. Trina Allen, Woodland Title I teacher, Mrs. Nicole Kriegel, Kingsford Middle School 5th grade teacher, Mrs. Julie Watkins, Kingsford Middle School 5th grade ELA teacher, Mrs. Jenny Holmes, Kingsford Middle School 5th grade science teacher, and Mr. Dan Carey, Kingsford Middle School 6th grade science teacher. These wonderful folks have a combined 166 years of dedication to Flivver Nation. Let's give them a round of applause for their service. It is individuals like these who make Kingsford a truly special place to live, learn, and grow. They embody a timeless truth that, graduates, I want you to carry today. Remember where you came from. Once a Flivver, always a Flivver. As you look toward the future, you are entering an ever-changing world. Through the rapidly evolving scope of technology and artificial intelligence, the landscape of how we live and work is shifting faster than ever. But amidst of all this digital transformation, there is something that an algorithm can never replace: the power of a true personal connection. Regardless of your chosen path and future endeavors, I urge each and every one of you to emphasize the personal connection. Make it a priority to spend time forging deep relationships and building genuine human bonds. Use the core skills that have you learned here, right at Reading Township Schools, like critical thinking, perseverance, and a commitment to excellence, to connect with the world around you in a meaningful way. Graduation, as with other monumental achievements in life, is only possible because of the unwavering support surrounding our graduates. On behalf of Reading Township Schools, I extend our deepest gratitude to you, the parents, families, and loved ones whose constant love, guidance, and encouragement have been the foundation of our graduate success. I'd also like to honor the exceptional staff of Reading Township Schools, teachers, administrators, and all staff for their dedication, passion, and tireless commitment to educational excellence. I would now like to introduce and thank the individuals who are with me on the stage. our dedicated Board of Education members who work behind the scenes to guide and ensure that our district reflects Kingsford's community values. Our Board of Education President, Dr. Angela Hall. Board of Education Vice President, Mr. Josh Edwards. Board of Education Treasurer, Mrs. Valerie Andes. Board of Education Trustee, Mr. Jeff Harry. And Board of Education Trustee, Mr. Nick Dalla Piazza. Thank you for your service. Next, I would like to introduce Kingsford High School Assistant Principal, Ms. Olivia Bloomer, and Kingsford High School Principal, Mr. David Lindbeck. Their dedication and leadership has been instrumental in the success of our students. Finally, I am pleased to welcome to the podium Mr. David Lindbeck, who will serve as the Master of Ceremonies for this commencement. Graduates, welcome the path ahead. Challenge adversity, conquer the challenges, and seize the future with the grit that only a Flivver knows. The world awaits you, and always remember, once a Flivver, always a Flivver. Congratulations.
You'll hear a common theme here this morning about perseverance, grit, and overcoming adversity. But thank you, Mr. Yankee. It's a pleasure for me to be with all of you today. I'm Kingsford High School Principal, Mr. Dave Lindbeck, and once again, welcome to the 101st Kingsford High School graduation ceremony. Graduates, today we gather to celebrate far more than a diploma. We celebrate perseverance, we celebrate growth, we celebrate the journey that each of you has taken to arrive at this moment as proud Kingsford High School graduates. Class of 2026, your story has been more of learning, adapting, overcoming challenges, and discovering who you are becoming, from walking these halls as freshmen, trying to figure out lockers, which includes closing them, schedules, and where you fit in, to achieving, performing, designing, creating, leading, competing, and inspiring others. You have transformed before our eyes. You entered these doors wondering who you were. Today, you leave understanding who you can become. And that transformation did not happen by accident. It happened through hard work, resilience, relationships, setbacks, successes, and the moments that shaped your character. At Kingsford High School, we often talk about the Flivver way, being involved, prepared, and positive. This class embodied it. You were involved in classrooms, athletics, the arts, music, clubs, service projects, work experiences, and in supporting one another. You learned that involvement creates connection, and connection creates opportunity. You were prepared, not just by accident, but emotionally and mentally for the realities of life, prepared to adapt, prepared to solve problems, prepared to step into the unknown with confidence and determination. And you remain positive. Even during the difficult moments, you learn that positivity is not pretending challenges do not exist, but positivity is choosing to keep moving forward despite them. That mindset brings me to your class motto, inspired by the perks of being a wallflower. We don't get to choose where we come from, but we get to choose where we go from there. There's tremendous wisdom in these words. None of us gets to choose the circumstances we might be born into. We do not choose the challenges we face, the obstacles placed before us, or the moments that test us. But every single one of us gets to choose what happens next. You choose whether setbacks define you or strengthen you. You choose whether fear holds you back or pushes you forward. You choose whether to stay comfortable or pursue growth. And as you leave Kingsford High School, your paths will begin to look very different. Some of you will head to universities or trade schools. Some of you will enter the workforce. Some will serve in the military, and some may still be figuring it out. And that's okay too, because success is not measured by one single path. Success is measured by purpose, by character, by effort, by how you treat people, by whether you continue to grow and contribute to the world around you. Some of you will design buildings, teach in classrooms, run businesses, weld bridges, write music, care for patients, serve communities, invent new ideas, raise families, or lead organizations. Some of you will leave the Upper Peninsula, some of you will stay and continue to build this community that helped raise you. No matter where life takes you, remember this: your story is still being written. Today is not an ending, it's a launch point. And while the world you enter may feel uncertain, never underestimate the strength that already exists within you. You have already proven you can overcome adversity. You have already shown resilience. You have already demonstrated what it means to persevere. And with that said, I call upon Kingsford High School Band in class of 2026 and those in attendance, I ask you to spend some time in thought as we listen to the sounds of our classmates. I now call upon Mr. Mark Rose with Ignition, written by Todd Steltler. Thank you, Mr. Rose and Kingsford High School Band. The tradition of student speakers at Kingsford High School Commencement began in 1979 and has continued on a yearly basis ever since. Once again, we'll have members of the graduating class who will share their thoughts, their experiences with their classmates and family members on a very special day. This long-standing tradition signifies through words based on the Flivver way and being involved. This year we'll have 5 speakers representing the Flivver way. Each speaker will provide a voice to their experience, challenges, and love that represents their last 4 years, but also represent a voice that capsulizes the class of 2026. I'm going to introduce you to Ingrid Holt, Bella Wary, Landon Adam, Christina Fraker, and Caden Denny. Ingrid Holt, I call you to the stage.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ingrid Holt, and no, I'm not a foreign exchange student. I hope to motivate not just my classmates, but maybe others here in attendance. Well, we made it. It's crazy how we once asked where our classes were, and now we're leaving asking where our lives are going. Oh, how we thought 4 years seemed so far away, and now we're here. The class of 2026 has surely accomplished something incredible. We survived on only 2 bathroom passes a day, mastering the art of looking productive while doing absolutely nothing. The phrase, "I'll do it later," turned into everyday lifestyle. I can't believe we were once nervous freshmen walking the halls for the first time. I noticed each and every one of you. I paid attention and noticed when you smiled in the halls or when you laughed and even cried. I noticed how the changes of seasons affected all of you. Though I might not know every single detail of you, I do know one thing. Each and every one of you has a story where there's pain, there's hurt, there's grief, there's heartbreak, and best of all, joy and happiness. I ask all of you to please never give up, to keep going because you're worth something, even though you might not see the vision right now. The moment you were born, you didn't have to do a single thing, but you were enough. You are enough. Some days you will be able to run, others you will have to walk, but never give up, even if it means you have to crawl. You will fail over and over again. Even on the hardest days, don't ever give up. Pick yourself up and start over again. I don't have the guide to live the perfect life, and I'm not the perfect motivational speaker. I have a story just like you. I have experienced sadness and joy. Just like you, I have to pick myself up and keep going. We might be all different in so many ways, but in one way, we are similar. We will all fail in something. We never know where and when friendships will end, jobs will end, loved ones will die, and when our time comes to an end. Life is a series of surprises that make you feel like, what just happened? You can decide to be a different person today by maybe letting go of the fears and anxieties that have been weighing you down. You can stop putting an act together to just fit in. Let go of habits that slowed you down in high school and create new habits that benefit you. You can change the next chapter of your life and write it the way you want to. Think of your life as a book you want to pick up and read and never put down until it is finished. What would the reader be telling you right now that you need to do? You are the author of your book, and only you can make it a bestseller. The best way to change yourself is to change how you're perceiving each day. What you say to yourself is who you become. Before I leave, I want my fellow classmates to ask themselves 2 questions. and answer honestly. First, what deserves to come with me into my next chapter? Second, what am I leaving behind and no longer willing to carry? Thank you all, and especially the class of 2026, for the memories we've made together. Today we celebrate, and tomorrow we Google how to be an adult. From Anne of Green Gables, Anne Shirley once said, "It's not what the world holds for you, it's what you bring to it." Thank you for your time. Congratulations, class of 2026, you did it. And our next speaker. And I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Bella Worry.
If you really want to hear about it, the first thing you'll probably want to know is where I was born and what my lousy childhood was like and how my parents were occupied and all that before they had me and all that David Copperfield kind of stuff. But I don't feel like going into it if you want to know the truth. Now, I promise I'm not talking about my actual parents, but if you don't happen to recognize this iconic line from Holden Caulfield, it's the opening to arguably one of the best coming-of-age novels out there, The Catcher in the Rye. It's a book that we, a group of 17 out of the 139 students here today, were able to study thanks to taking AP Literature. I'm going to come back to this later, but why did I choose to talk about such a novel in my graduation speech? What makes Catcher in the Rye? Well, really, what makes any great story, poem, or piece of art so meaningful? It's that it forces you to look back on your own life and connect it to yourself. And this morning, as I look out on this metaphorical sea, the Maze and Royal Blue family, we did it. It's our time for reflection. We don't need a physical book to look back on. We're looking back on the chapters that we wrote together, but not on paper. The many years and the many memories we share as Kingsford High School's class of 2026. This metaphorical book has many chapters, a few from each of us. There are chapters about everything in our lives so far. A cycle of morning recess, afternoon naps, and cartoons after school slowly turned into early mornings at the gym, tiring shifts at work, and driving ourselves home from Friday night lights, not knowing if we'd have enough time to get our assignments done. What's funny is that in the midst of all of this, we're still waiting anxiously for snow days and summer breaks. From calm classes to stressful study sessions, we've gone through it all, together. Whether with our classmates, the upperclassmen that we'd look up to, or the underclassmen that looked up to us, we had each other. We had our friends that supported us on the way. So, for the ones that are here today, thank you for supporting us. Thanks for letting us share memories with you over the course of these past 4 years. Not only did we have our friends, but we had our home bases. Maybe that's your parents, or your favorite teacher, or maybe even an advisor for your club, but we always had somebody. That's why today isn't just about us. I get that we've had our successes, but we also need to remember the people that got us here. So on behalf of KHS Class of 2026, I'd like to thank all parents, grandparents, guardians, siblings, teachers, mentors, and all others for supporting me and some of the most amazing and interesting people I've been fortunate enough to meet. I'm happy that I've been able to interact with all of you in one way or another, whether that be us crossing paths or you guys being the closest ones to my heart. There are many ways to express what life will be like after we walk the stage and accept our diplomas today. Whether you're college-bound, fighting for your country in the services, or work-bound, we're all going to impact this world. With that being said, I would like to personally thank all of you and wish you good luck on your future endeavors. One ripple effect can make a wave, so watch how far the ripples go. I understand that some of us might be afraid of changes because we built our lives around Kingsford, but this is our time to rise to the occasion. You only graduate once, so make the most of it. As we leave this place, the place that has practically been our lives, I want to leave you with one final thought from that great character I mentioned earlier. Don't tell anybody anything. If you do, you start missing everybody. Thank you. And now I'd like to welcome Landon Adam to the stage.
Good morning, everyone. First, I want to thank our teachers, coaches, parents, families, and everyone else who helped us get here, because none of us made it here alone. One of the main things I've learned over these last 4 years is that growth usually happens when no one is watching. It happens during the early mornings, the late nights, the hard practices, the tough classes, and the moments where you want to quit, but you just keep going anyway. And I think that's what makes this class special. We learned how to keep showing up and to keep going when things got tough. As a captain in soccer and tennis, leadership also taught me something important. The best leaders are not always the loudest or the toughest people in the room, but most of the time, they're the people who support others, who work hard every day, set the standard, and do the right thing even when no one notices. I think that mindset also connects to a quote that I like from Michael Stevens, aka Vsauce, and it goes a little something like this. Fostering a love and obsession with problems is how you solve problems. That quote has always stuck with me because every person here has faced problems these last 4 years. Some were in school, some were in sports, some were at home, and some were things no one else even saw or noticed. But those challenges helped us grow and helped us become better people. For me, being ruled out of the 2024 soccer state tournament gave me the drive to win UPs and go undefeated in tennis that same school year. But most importantly, it reminded me that setbacks don't have to be the end of the road. Sometimes they become the reason that you keep pushing. Class of 2026, we are leaving here as different people than we were 4 years ago. No matter where life takes us next, I hope we continue to work hard, support people around us, and make the world a better place. And I want to wish you all a successful, meaningful, and fulfilling life. I also want to remind you that we're all capable of achieving that if we recognize our own worth and believe in ourselves. Congrats, class of 2026. I will miss all of you, and I'll miss all of the memories, whether they were good ones or not. Up next is Christina Fraker. Go Blue!
Good morning, everyone. I was scrolling through TikTok the other night, as one does, and I came across a graduation edit made of all of our childhood shows and movies. As I read through the comments, my eyes filled with tears more and more, but they stopped on one comment that I couldn't get out of my head. The comment read, "Guys, we're at the end of our movie." But in reality, we aren't at the end of our movies. Just because we're graduating and leaving high school doesn't mean our stories have to end, because high school and graduation are just the opening scenes to our amazing futures. However, each of our high school movies looked a little different. Some of us chose academics over friends, and vice versa. Some of us chose to go on late-night Taco Bell runs instead of studying for the tests we had the next day. There was also a lot of us, including myself, that chose to get a job and focus on that instead of doing sports, instead of going to the last football or basketball game of the season, or going to the winter formal dance. But most importantly, instead of to actually choose time and spend time with the people that I wouldn't get the privilege of seeing in the halls on the way to 4th hour. The main point of high school, besides the classes, exams, essays, and the stress, was to finally be a kid again before you lose the rest of your lives working. It's a time to relate to people and hopefully befriend someone you'll still talk to when you're growing old. This is probably, if not definitely, one of the last times we'll all be together at the same place at the same time. Even if there was that one person you never really saw eye to eye with, I'm sure we can all agree that this is a surreal moment that will be cherished forever. It's not about walking out of KHS with a diploma, but with the memories that you'll hold on to for the rest of our lives. As you all know, I am a huge Green Bay Packers fan, and I wouldn't be myself if I wasn't up here talking about it right now. I'm such a big fan that I decided to make it my future, turfgrass management for the NFL. But as a non-traditional job, especially for women, I've been more criticized than supported. I've gotten made fun of, told I wasn't going to be successful, and even that I should change my career choice before it's too late. But I decided to listen to my own heart and listen to my own life because it is my life, not anyone else's. We often feel this pressure to get our whole lives figured out at 18, but it's okay to be unsure, and it's okay to be overwhelmed by that and to take time. But what's not okay is listening to the people who won't even be in your future long enough to have the right to criticize it. Whether you want to be an amazing teacher, engineer, a filmmaker, a nurse, or an influencer, whatever you choose to do, it's your future, not anyone else's. So, my last piece of advice to everyone here, not just the graduates, is to live your life without taking it for granted, to not care about what others think or say, to be passionate about whatever it is you choose to do, and to be grateful for every opportunity, because today is on someone's bucket list. Thank you, and congratulations, everyone. I would like to introduce you guys to our last speaker, Caden Denny.
Thank you, Mr. Lindbeck. Good morning, everyone. Parents, families, teachers, staff, and fellow graduates. Wow. Look at us. We actually made it here. For some of us, graduation felt like it would never come. And for others, it felt like we got here way too fast. But no matter how long the journey felt, today we are here together as the class of 2026. As I stand here today, I can honestly say I am incredibly grateful. And here goes the hair. I am incredibly grateful for Kingsford High School. It's for the people inside this building who cared about us every single day. The teachers, counselors, secretaries, coaches, and administrators. Every person here played a role in helping us get to this moment. Sometimes they saw potential in us before we saw it in ourselves. Sometimes they pushed us when we needed it. And sometimes they simply listened. And that matters more than they realize. Now, after all these years of school, I've learned a few important things. One, the KHS staff truly cares about students and are willing to help. Two, life is going to have good days and bad days. That never changes. What matters is you keep moving forward. And three, the Pythagorean theorem is very important. But honestly, the biggest lesson that I learned has nothing to do with math, science, or English. It was learning that people can change your life for the better. Take it from me. Someone who struggled, someone who had bad grades, missed classes, and felt tired all the time. And honestly, I didn't even believe in myself. And there were times graduation didn't even feel realistic. But the people at this school never gave up on me. The teachers checked in, staff encouraged me, People reminded me that I could do better even when I didn't believe it myself. Slowly, things changed. I started listening, I started trying, and over time, I became someone earning A's and B's, standing here, speaking in front of all of you today. That didn't happen alone. So, if there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Surround yourself with people who want the best for you. Listen to the people who care about you. The right people can help you become a better version of yourself. To the underclassmen sitting here today, I truly believe in you. I see people who are capable of changing the world. And if you are struggling with something, please talk to someone and reach out. This school has people who deeply care about you and want to help. More people than you realize. You are never alone as you think you are. KHS is more than just a school. It's a place filled with people who show up every day trying to make a difference in students' lives. So today, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to the staff for your patience, your encouragement, and your belief in us, even on days when we made it difficult. Thank you to our families for supporting us through every step of this journey. And thank you to the class of 2026 for the memories, the laughter, and the moments we'll never forget. No matter where life takes us next, a part of Kingsford High School will always stay with us. And hopefully, a part of us will always stay here too. Thank you, everyone. Have an amazing day. Keep moving forward. And never forget to smile. Katie.
Thank you, graduates, for sharing your memories, thoughts, and inspiration. Each one of you has left a lasting impression at KHS, and I know your words reflect those of your classmates. Thank you. I now call upon the KHS concert chorale under the direction of Kurt Rogan to perform Remember Me from Coco, arranged by Roger Emerson.
hear a sad guitar, know that I'm with you the only way that I can be, until you're in my arms again. Remember
Thank you, Mr. Rogan, and for the record, you were successful. Nope. Brading Township faculty and staff members, please stand, and I want to thank you for your commitment to students. Staff. Your passion for working with young people, your guidance throughout their school year, and setting an excellent foundation for our students to build upon, I want to say thank you. Senior class advisor, Mrs. Megan Bottese, thank you for your time and guidance with the class of 2026. Your commitment and leadership to our seniors does not go unnoticed. And my appreciation for you and your work with these seniors is beyond words. Please stand and be recognized. Mr. Justin Cowan and Derek White, who are filming this event today, I'd like to acknowledge their work with all they've done by setting up the audio also for today's event and posting the accomplishments of our graduates this year as well. Also, thank you for Colton Photography. There is a QR code on the back of today's program for you to view and purchase additional photos of all of today's events. I'd also like to thank the City of Kingsford and Kingsford Public Safety for rerouting traffic so that we can have a safe ceremony today. The Brading Township custodial crew, under the direction of Mr. Rick Johnson, who set up the stage and prepared the facilities for today's event. Mrs. Christy Verity, Mrs. Christina Tell, Mrs. Julie Richtag, and Mrs. Lockhart, and Mrs. Rugg for preparing the program that we have here today and setting the stage and the diplomas for today's event. And there are so many other jobs, checks and double checks that go on today's event. And most importantly, I would like to thank you, the parents and family members of the graduates, your support and encouragement of these young adults. You are the reasons these graduates have and will reach their full potential. You have set the foundation, and thank you for entrusting our staff with your child's education. Now I'd like to honor the Kingsford High School class of 2026 members who are here with us today. I'm thankful for sharing today's event with you and for being a part of your high school experience these last 4 years. 26 students from the class of 2026 received the Michigan Student Service Award for volunteering for more than 200 hours of community service. With those 26 graduates, please stand. We have 4 members of the class of 2026 who have answered the call of service and will join the military to serve our nation upon graduation. With the following graduates, please stand and remain standing. Quentin Smith. Quentin will serve in the U.S. Air Force. Caleb Connery. Caleb will serve the National Guard. Chase Hallman. Chase will serve in the United States Air Force. Caitlin Matheson. Caitlin will serve in the Marines. And with it being Memorial Day weekend, we would like all active service members and military veterans in attendance, please stand and be recognized. Thank you for your past and current service, and Caleb, Chase, and Caitlin for your future service as well. Again, thank you. "24 members of the KHS chapter of the National Honor Society are wearing white stoles, and NHS officers are wearing blue stoles. Would those 24 students please stand? Now I'd like to recognize 75 students from the class of 2026 who have a 3.0 cumulative GPA over their first 7 semesters of high school. They are wearing gold cords. Would those 75 students please stand? Now I'd like to recognize 8 students have a cumulative GPA range from 4.0 to 4.125. They are wearing blue cords to indicate they have a cumulative GPA of 4.0 or higher. Would those 8 students please stand? And we have 13 students who make up the top 10% of the class of 2026. They are wearing red cords. Please stand. Thank you. Congratulations to all students who have received awards and honors. Bryan Township Schools Board of Education. I present to you Kingsford High School class of 2026 who have met the graduation requirements set forth by the state of Michigan and Bryan Township Schools Board of Education. I now call on Ms. Bloomer, Kingsford High School Assistant Principal, to the podium to call roll, and I will ask that you hold your applause until all graduates receive their diploma. Ms. Bloomer, the podium is yours.
Will the first row please stand? Now presenting diplomas will be BTS Board Trustee Josh Edwards. Landon P. Adam. David A. Arkand. Cole A. Batchick. Javen S. Barnes. Kingston J. Batty. Hayden G. Bjorkman. Chloe M. Blazer. Linnea E. Baimfelt. John R. Boven. Bennett W. Braden. Briar E. Braden. Anya M. Bradley. John T. Branham. Jordan H. Bray. Olivia M. Brooks. Marley J. Byers. Kaylee G. Caldwell. Noah D. Cameron. Sophia R. Capo. Edward E.S. Chaperone. Grace B. Christensen. Aiden J. Coe. Caleb D. Connery. Dylan S. Connery. Ava M. Cotton. Matthew O. Couillard. Quentin R. Doe. Logan A. DeClark. Caden I. Denny. Jacob M. Deuter. Marley L. Dixon. Athena P. Donnelly. Ellie Vincent N. Drum. Abigail M. Dupuy. Jaden B. Edwards. Owen J. Edwards. Alexander J. Erickson. Now presenting diplomas will be BTS Board Trustee Jeff Harry. Chloe M. Flesh. Abigail G. Floriano. Micah J. Flunker. Christina M. Fraker. Chase V. Hallman. Hunter G. Havrilka. Jacob E. Hearn. Zalia R. Hernandez. Ingrid Martha Holt. Maya Diane Hood. Rylan D. Horton. Claire J. Jennis. Logan M. Johnson. Olivia J. Kaminsky. Samantha J. Keenan. Landon J. Kenny. Jack M. Kriegel. Kayla L. Lefebvre. Samuel H. Lamarand.
You better be on seats later.
Mackenzie F. Lancourt. Evelyn H. Langen. Summer L. Lutzenheiser. Isaac M. LaBeouf. Wesley J. Lieburn. James R. Lindgren. Danielle T.R. Lucas. Matthew E. Luque. Now presenting diplomas will be BTS Board President Dr. Angela Hall. Kaylee M. Marklevich. Tressa A.J. R. Martin. Caitlin M. Matheson. Andrew James Maynard. Madeline M. McKinnon. Peyton A. McMahon. Gavin T. Milleron. Logan J. Milleron. Stella M. Mindock. William D. Mervich. Not present today, Ava R. Nelson. Autumn S. Nemi. Adeline M. Normand. Ty A. Noyce. Noah J. O'Connor. Alexavier J. G. Oberlin. Aubrey Rose Oakler. Owen D. Okinen. Cassandra M. Olson. Jackson L. Olson. Sid J. Olson. Jolie J. Oshashanik. Mason J. Paoli. Adam C. Pearson. Peyton J. Pietrantonio. Arabelle M. Pohl. Brianna J. Primo. Now presenting diplomas will be BTS Board Treasurer Valerie Andes. Kiara S. Quick. Jaden A. Reynolds. Grace I. Rice. Wyatt J. Richer. Elizabeth J. Richtig. Chloe L. Roll. Callan J. Sagata. Not present today, Seamus T. Saunders. Liam B. Schooler. Jace D. Strand. Evan B. Scott. Nathan S. Scullin. Sophia K. Seidel. Ethan R. Servia. Jace J. Sharkey. Jaslyn L. Shaughnessy. Thomas M. Seaman. Quentin S. Smith. Not present today, Anthony M. Solda. Ian K. Spencer. Corey M. Stevenson. Hunter B. Stevens. Cameron M. Stratton. Jake T. Sunquist. Matthew E. Sunquist. Sylvia G. Sutton. Now presenting diplomas will be BTS Board Trustee Nick Della Piazza. Colin M. Teskey. Ethan J. Thompson. Carly F. Trevelyan. Dawson C. Turner. Miley L. Tusa. Ivy E. Van Oyen. Terry C. Verley. Richard E. Wara. Bella Ray Worry. Nathan A. West. Olivia N. Westcott. Joseph C. Wills. Blaine E. Wanfor. Madeline J. Zuski. Sophia Zhao.
Congratulations, graduates. At this time, I now call forward Class President Jack Kriegel and Vice President Carly Trevelyan.
Once again, good morning and welcome to all of the family, friends, and teachers gathered here today to support the graduating class of 2026. My name is Carly Trevelyan, and standing next to me is Jack Kriegel. We have had the privilege of representing this class as Senior Class President and Vice President, and we would like to begin by expressing our gratitudes. First, thank you all for not just being here today, but for the constant support you have given us and our peers throughout the last 4 years. It has meant more than we can put into words, and it is a big part of what has made this moment possible. So again, thank you to all of our families, friends, and the KHS staff members. We would also like to extend our thank yous to Mrs. Botese and Mr. Perlott, our senior class advisors. They have worked extremely hard all year to make our senior year something truly special, and we couldn't have done any of it without them.
And now to our fellow graduates. Thank you for making these last 4 years so unforgettable, meaningful, and full of memories that we will cherish for a lifetime. We are proud of each and every one of you, and it has been an honor to represent the class of 2026. Now, would all the graduating seniors please stand? Move your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left. Congratulations and thank you.
For the past 4 years, I've had the privilege walking beside you, cheering you on in the classroom, on stages and competitions, on fields and courts, and everyday moments that make high school unforgettable. I've watched you grow into leaders, creators, teammates, thinkers, compassionate young adults. Today I stand before you not just as your principal, as someone who is incredibly proud to have known you. This class has persevered through challenges, celebrated victories, learned lessons that cannot be taught in textbooks alone, and as Landon shared, so honestly, every person here has faced a problem over the last 4 years. Some struggles happen in school, in sports, some at home, and some were battles no one could see yet. Those moments, you grew stronger. Those experiences shaped you into people sitting here before us. And perhaps no story captures the growth more than Caden's words that teachers checked in, staff encouraged me, people reminded me that I could do better, even when I didn't believe in myself. Slowly things changed. I started listening, I started trying, and over time I became someone earning A's and B's and standing here speaking to all of you today. That is what makes Kingsford High School special. Not perfection, not being the best from the very beginning. It's the belief that growth is always possible. It's teachers who refuse to give up on students. It's classmates who support one another. It's learning that failure does not define you. Quitting does. Your class motto reminds us of that truth. We cannot control where we come from, but we can control where we go. That message is powerful because it speaks to ownership, resilience, and hope. Your future is not written for you. You get to choose how your story continues. Success looks different for everyone. There's no single path to fulfillment, happiness, or achievement. Some of you become teachers, engineers, welders, nurses, entrepreneurs, artists, soldiers, mechanics, filmmakers, business owners, or leaders in ways you cannot even imagine yet. Whether that next chapter may be, it will be meaningful and make it yours. Christina reminded us that it's not the end of your movie. Graduation is not the closing scene. It's only the opening of a chapter to a much larger story still waiting to unfold. Bella reflected that the most meaningful stories and the works of art force us to look at our own lives. Each of you has helped write a part of the story of this school. Every friendship, performance, game, conversation, challenge, and memory became another page in the story of class of 2026 and the legacy of Kingsford High School. And Ingrid's message may be one of the most important lessons of all. It's not what the world holds for you, but it's what you bring to the world. So bring kindness, bring work ethic, bring courage, bring creativity, bring compassion. Be positive, be involved, and be prepared. Take risks, chase opportunities, learn from failure, support others, and never underestimate the impact one person can have on the world around them. And as you leave this place today, know this: you will always have a home here. Once a Flivver, always a Flivver. Graduates, as we conclude today, I ask you to take a moment to thank your parents and your guardians, your families, and those that stood beside you throughout their journey. They sacrificed, encouraged, supported, worried, celebrated, and loved you every step that brought you to this moment. To our parents and families, on behalf of our faculty, staff, and administration and district, thank you for entrusting us with your children. It has been an honor to watch them grow into the young adults they are here today. And we are grateful for their partnership and support you've given throughout the years. Guests, at the conclusion of the ceremony, we ask that you please remain in the stands until all graduates exit the field. And graduates, one final time, remember to have a great day. You guys know it, or not, the choice is yours. Parents, guests, faculty, staff, and the Board of Education, it is my honor and privilege to present to you the 101st graduating class of Kingsford High School, the class of 2026.